What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and we're here casting another game featuring Soldier as the French versus Bodkin as the Abbasid dynasty. Now, I just casted a game previously where Soldier absolutely dominated with the French, so we will see how this game goes. Perhaps this Abbasid dynasty was chosen so that Bodkin could try to counter, maybe with their nice spear upgrades, or maybe he's going to go for the camel archers. We'll have to see. So opening with the lumber camp, getting 2 villagers on wood right away with the rest on food. Let's see Soldier's opening. Okay, so he's got 1 on wood, the rest on food, and then 1 on gold. And I'm sure we're going to see him going for these deer right out of the gate here. And throwing down a mill, and we do see him. There he goes, going out. He's going to throw down that mill, and he's going to get the survival techniques right away. Okay, so with chopping that wood, you see he's got 35 wood, and now he's getting his gold underway. He's going to drop this mill, and he's going to research survival techniques. So let's check out what is going on with his scout for a little bit here. Following, looking in the middle map, trying to collect some of the sheep. We are on Arabia here. And then let's see for Bodkin Arrow, he is opening up. He's got his House of Wisdom down. He did chop, it looks like was just enough wood to get his lumber camp, his House of Wisdom. Now, I'm not sure exactly why he's opening with a lumber camp. You can get your House of Wisdom and your mining camp without a lumber camp. I'm not sure exactly what his thoughts are behind that. Perhaps he'll be going for a mill here soon. Maybe that's what he's doing. But yeah, and nonetheless, be interested to see how he plays this one. Maybe a little bit more defensively. Now, the Abbasids do get a bonus from berry bushes, and you see here his berry bushes are kind of at the front of his base. So he's going to need to try to secure that for the incoming, what you know will be French raiding Royal Cavalry. Royal Knights. Okay, so there we go. He's got halfway his survival techniques, about halfway researched, just about the 2-minute and the 15-second mark here. And meanwhile, he is trying to look at that, using his villager to herd his deer as close to the mill as possible. That was almost a little bit of AoE3 herding action. We know Soldier is a very good AoE3 player, and there's a lot of deer herding in that, and putting that to use there, right there with this mill, such a little, a little technique that's just going to make the difference for Soldier's build here at the early game. Okay, so collecting his food from those hunting techniques, continuing to get some wood here, and then just scouting down the middle of the map. He's got about 4 sheep. I'm really interested to see what Bodkin Arrow does here. He knows this cavalry is incoming. You generally know that from the French. So we see he's got 400 food, 200 gold, and he is going to click up. I would assume with the economic wing. Let's see, he does go with the military wing. So with that, he'll get his camel support there in the second age, which allows the camels to buff nearby infantry. So maybe he's going to go for some camel archers and archers, maybe, or camel archers and pikes. I generally like to go with the economic wing just because that fresh food stuffs to get those cheaper villagers is just so strong. Okay, so here in transition, throwing a lot of villagers on wood. I'm assuming going to be throwing down some military buildings very soon. We'll see what he's doing, and the rest on gold. He does have his 4 villagers on the mill at the moment. We'll see if he decides to get any techs in the meantime. Okay, so Soldier over here, he is bringing in his sheep, continuing to hunt. The food just flowing in. Look how much gold he has. 7 villagers on gold, 10 on food. With that survival techniques, and now he's working on wheelbarrow, just really maximizing this economy. He only has 2 villagers on wood. So I feel like Soldier has had some time in previous betas to kind of refine his build for the early game. He really is demonstrating that he knows how to macro here in the early game. Okay, so going up to age 4, School of Cavalry. And this will be a military landmark, so he can get those Royal Knights down really quickly. He's got some gold in the bank, so he'll be able to afford those Royal Knights once he hits the second age. I do get the sense that maybe this was a little bit of a slow age up, but perhaps that's not going to matter. He's already got wheelbarrows, he's already got hunting techniques, survival techniques. He's just going to have a rockin' economy when he hits the second age. Maybe it's okay for the Royal Knight production. Okay, so meanwhile, back here, let's see what military abilities are down. We already have a barracks going down with pikes. Now, he tried this in the last matchup against Soldier, and the pikes just weren't able to get the job done against those Royal Knights as they start to do the runaround. So it'll be interesting to see what he does differently this game. Will he mix in some of those camo archers to perhaps get some buffs for the spearmen? Now that he's in the second age, you can see what's available. He can research phalanx for 125 gold, which will increase the range of the spearmen by 100%. So it's going to make the spearmen stronger than they were in the last game when he was playing as the Chinese. And then he can also choose to research camel support for an additional gold. Now, that'll be cost a lot of gold to get both of those. And there we go. We do see an archery range going up. So I'm really wondering if he's going to throw in some camel archers here, or if we'll just see some, maybe just some standard archers here. We'll have to see. Now his age up's going to be significantly ahead of Soldiers. Let's see Soldier's status on age. Okay, he's just about aged up. So, probably about 30 seconds to a minute faster age up. It may be more like 45 seconds or so. Time flies when you're casting. And Soldier has scouted. You can see over here, he knows where his deer are and is going to be hitting that very soon. In queue, you see 2 Royal Knights already. And those villagers that build a landmark are back to gold. He's got 13 villagers on food, 5 on wood, and 8 on gold at the moment. So we'll see how this opening goes. He's going to put down some early pressure, and now using that wood to drop a second stable. Last game we saw 2 archer ranges. This time it looks like he's going for a second stable. So maybe he's just really going to try to shove some Royal Knights in here. And because he aged up the School of Cavalry, he's going to be producing units by 20% faster. So he's really going to be getting a lot of cav out here if he's got the economy to support it. Now, Bodkin, sometimes you see Abbasid open with, often those 2 town centers right out of the gate. I'm not going for 2 town centers here. He is training. Okay, he is training the camel archers. Does he have the phalanx strat? He does not have those researched yet. I think probably early on, after he gets a few units out here, I would highly consider getting those techs. Really going to help make this spearmen effective against this cavalry that are coming in. Now, camel archers, they cause enemy cav to do less damage is how they work. So they're going to do a debuff on this cav. They don't necessarily do more damage to the cav. So something to know. They are a very expensive unit, though. And we look at their costs here at the archery range. 180 food and 60 wood. So that is a lot of food. Now, I would maybe see like Bodkin get on these berry bushes here soon, just because he does get a bonus from that. Maybe he'll drop back to that after he's done hunting. Okay, now, Camel Archer's great for raiding villagers, and he is going to fall back there. Does look like the horseman gets 1 hit there. Now, let's look at Soldier's mass. Okay, we have 2 knights coming down here, going to try to get a flank, kind of going around. Very clever. Meanwhile, he is training double Royal Knights production NQ, so he's going to have just some super powerful units running around the map. The question will be, will Bodkin have the unit control to hold these off? He does have most of his units at the front line, as he probably expects, and there we go. Knights going in the back, going to get some villager kills. I think it only takes them, let's see here, just 3 shots from a Royal Knight to kill him. So with 2 of these guys here, he can just really quickly take out villagers. Look at that, 1, 2, and 3 villagers going down. We'll start looking at the military graph. 3 units down, and remember, French are producing villagers at a faster rate. Now, Bodkin answering with his own raid, going to get some villagers there. I don't know if Soldier has noticed it yet. And if you could get some villagers, this would certainly make up for some of his losses. He did get, it looks like, 2 villagers. But still we have Soldier coming out ahead. But, Bodkin is going to be able to kite back with those camel archers. He is going to be able to protect these villagers for the time being. I think those Royal Knights ran off. I kind of like the perspective of Bodkin not knowing, what's going to happen with these raids. And over here, we've got on the hunting, we've got some villagers taking some hits. We can see 5 units lost for Bodkin arrows so far. Some spears chasing around. But yeah, those knights are not afraid to again combat with this spearmen. So I would like to see him maybe get the phalanx, which will increase the range of the spearmen, or he could get additional armor since he does have camel archers nearby. But maybe he's got plans for the gold. We'll have to see. Okay, so that scout is clearly going to go down. And if we look at the score right now, player score, we do see soldiers ahead just about by 500 right now. Now, Abbasid really benefits from their technologies as the game progresses. So, would like to see some use of these House of Wisdom age ups. If he decided to go with the military age up, I would think these would be in queue earlier. At this point, I feel like the economic wing could have been more beneficial, getting those cheaper villagers. And okay, more camo archers out. Now, Bodkin Arrow could really get some huge raids. It's obviously a little easier to poke in with some camo archers and get out of there versus what a knight has to do. And there we go. He's got his spearmen protecting his wood line. He's got spearmen up here protecting his hunts. A few idle villagers there. Going out, seeing if he can get a raid. And if he can keep pressure on soldiers' base, it will help, distract his attention and take a little bit of pressure off of his base at the same time. But he has to be careful about how he goes about this. There we go, going in for a raid, going to try to get some hits on those gold villagers. And it looks like one of those villagers is going to go down. A nice pickup at the same time. Maybe two villagers are going to go down. In the back, we've got soldier going for a raid on those hunting veils. Oh, boy. We have 7 villagers up here, and I'm really nervous for those at the time. Doesn't even see it yet. Oh, boy, this is going to be devastating losses. Villagers going down. I think it's going to be a complete cleanup. 7 villagers going down. Holy cow. And even though soldier did get, a few villagers, look at that kill count. 17 killed versus the 4 killed that Bodkin has. And honestly, at this point, how do you recover from this when you're behind by that much villagers? There's a super strong army. He could maybe hope for, if he could catch up to this army, try to wipe it out with his pikes and his archers. And there we go, another villager going down. But he is just so far behind his villagers. And I don't think there's any rating that these 4 camo archers are going to be able to do that's going to level the economic field here. Now he's down. Let's see villager count. Sitting on 26 villagers versus, if we look at soldier, he has a total of... Wait. Okay, yeah, 40 villagers. It took a second to update there. I was like, wait, what? Thought he had less. There we go. Camo archers getting up on these royal knights and actually maybe taking them out. Some nice value there. I would maybe like to see the town center maybe shooting down the archers so then his pikes can focus on these royal knights. But he now has control of the front of his base. And where is Bodkin getting food? Wait, what is this? Not a bad idea. He's watching your base. Go out somewhere else. We need to be careful. His camo archers are gonna get caught up here with these royal knights, and these archers will do a good job of countering those camo archers. And it does look like Bodkin is trying to just continue to mass up camo archers. You see them in queue there. You almost wonder, like, could he throw in a second archer range down or something? And I'm nervous. I don't think you want to be just taking archers head on like this because these are just way too expensive. Now, they'll do okay, especially if he keeps with numbers, but he needs to fall back. He needs to kite, use their mobility at the moment. And meanwhile, we don't have... is that an armory going down? Or a blacksmith? He's no blacksmith yet. What's down here? Nothing here. Now, the Abbasid dynasty, you can work towards that golden age if you get 10 structures, but he's only sitting on 9 structures at the moment. This will put him at 10 and get him that golden age. But you want to try to get that earlier as you can. There we go, a free archer pickup for those camo archers. Let's go see what soldier is up to. Soldier's economy pretty much untouched now that these raids have been squashed, and just absolutely bulldozing ahead. 46 villagers versus Bodkin's 31. That is just a huge margin. The French have this just super strong military, and then their economy is just unstoppable behind it as well. Just making them a super strong civ, and especially in the hands of a player like Soldier, you can just really see how strong the French are performing here against the Abbasid dynasty. Okay, what does Bodkin Arrow have in store? Is he training some more cam archers? He is. But I don't think even if this thing just was constantly producing camo archers, that would be enough to take out Soldier's army here. He just has a lot of units, and he could actually at some point research this tech so that is he doing it? Not yet. You can get this tech right here called Chivalry, which makes your Royal Knights heal 1 HP per second when out of combat. So these guys could even heal up if he wanted to get that tech. Now we see the camel support technology coming in, but honestly, now there aren't any spears out. He's going to start training them, but I would have maybe liked to seen this tech earlier on when he did have his, oh boy, his significant number of spears. And I think unfortunately, if we weren't sure that Bodkin was out of this game before, this is going to all but spell defeat, and GG is called. And a good game to Bodkin and Soldier, with Soldier once again dominating with the French and just really playing great this game. If you enjoyed watching, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the alert notification and leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about this game. And do you think the French are too powerful here for the start? We are only in the media preview. Perhaps there could be some balance changes, but at least from the early things that I've been seeing, they just seem like an absolute powerhouse of a civilization. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.